Good morning. This is Mark Soderberg with ADM Investor Services with your morning ag outlook for Thursday, May the 9th. Prices higher across the board here as we recover a little bit from yesterday. Selloff corn right now is up 2 to 3 cents. Soybean prices up 2 to 5. Meal is up $1 or $2. Soybean oil is very little change, a little bit of a higher bias at the moment. Wheat prices lead the upside charge right now. 10 to 15 better across all three classes, led by Kansas City. Overnight rains in Iowa have spread across northern Illinois this morning. Heavy rains and some damaging storms to the south. Look for this morning's updated drought monitor to continue to show drought conditions ease across the Midwest. However, this is also keeping planting progress slower than normal. Best planting progress this week has likely been in the far western Corn Belt. Forecast now for the next week show rains favoring the southern Midwest with some very heavy rains along the U.S. Gulf Coast. We do have export sales later this morning. Yesterday's EIA report was disappointing as it showed ethanol production dropped 2% from the previous week and below the pace needed to reach the USDA usage forecast for the fourth consecutive week. As a result of the lower production, however, stocks did plunge to their lowest level since late last year. The Rosario Grain Exchange did follow suit with the Buenos Aires Grain Exchange by lowering their Argentine corn production forecast 3 million metric tons to 47.5. This is well below the USDA estimate of 55 million metric tons, something that we look for them to cut tomorrow by at least 3 million metric tons. The Rosario Grain Exchange held their Argentine soybean production forecast unchanged at 50 million metric tons, and that is in line with the USDA. Corn harvest has reached 25%, while soybean harvest is 44% complete. Results from Egypt's wheat tender were announced late yesterday. They did buy a total of 420,000 metric tons. 360,000 metric tons were from Russia at $255 metric ton on a FOB basis, with 60,000 metric tons coming from Romania at $259.50 on a CNF. That works out to about $279. Chinese custom overnight did show April imports at nearly 8.6 million metric tons. That was up 18% from a year ago. However, when you look at the year-to-date figures in the first 4 months of the year, 27.1 million metric tons. We're still running 3% below last year. Brazil being the vast majority for these imports. Brazil does expect their exports in the month of May will reach 13.2 million metric tons. That is slightly below what they sold, 14.4 in May of a year ago. Rains are expected to return across southern Brazil and Rio Grande do Sul through the upcoming weekend, which will once again raise flooding concerns and potential crop losses. Markets will also have to also keep an eye on potential frost damage in Argentina and areas of Russia as we move closer to tomorrow's USDA data. So inside trade here overnight with mini contracts in the ag space above unchanged. Key for me tomorrow in the USDA reports is just how aggressive the USDA is in lowering the South American production and what impact that has on their new crop balance sheet in terms of overall usage. So thank you for listening, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful day.